Is it just me, or does adding AI to a press release feel like strapping rocket fuel onto a skateboard these days? I mean, it's a wild ride, sure, but maybe watch out for pebbles. Welcome to D-Risk, a podcast where we provide a no-nonsense analysis of stocks. Today, we're doing a very specific deep dive for you, looking at our research on Navitas Semiconductor, that's ticker NVTS. We're using data captured this morning, October 16th, 2025, and this stock. It's kind of the perfect storm, isn't it? Huge catalyst meets, well, some serious skepticism.
Yeah, definitely starting with a bit of a market tailwind. Pre-market futures are looking pretty green. Nasdaq's leading the way. But, while things look okay short term, you can't ignore the background noise. The IMF is out there warning global government debt is hitting levels we haven't seen since World War II. So keep that nervousness in mind, because when the broader market gets jumpy about debt, high flyers like NVTS, they often feel the bumps first.
Okay, let's get into the core story then. Navitas, they make these next-gen power chips, right? Super efficient. For EVs, phones, and the big one now, AI data centers. And here's where it gets really interesting. They just announced this major deal, supplying advanced power stuff for NVIDIA's next-generation AI platforms. I mean, that's plugging directly into the biggest narrative on Wall Street, and boom, the stock surged over 30%. Just like that.
And what's fascinating is the immediate conflict that creates.
Right.
Despite that massive news, the professional analyst community, their consensus is just hold. Kind of lukewarm. Half the analysts covering it won't even commit to a rating. And get this, over the last 3 months, the number of buy ratings actually went down. So right now, we're really dealing with narrative, with momentum, not fundamentals, because honestly, a fair valuation, it's undetermined at this point.
Okay, so the pros are kind of sitting this one out. But what about the traders? The ones making the big bets? Well, the options market seems pretty bullish. The put-to-call ratio is way down at 0.55. That means traders, maybe retail, maybe institutional, are heavily betting the stock keeps climbing. Calls were piled up at the $10 strike, which, they already blew past.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of money chasing this AI story.
But, and this is a big but, fueling that bullish fire is this just astonishing counter bet. The short interest, it's sitting at a staggering 30.85% of the float. Let that sink in. Nearly 1 out of every 3 shares available is betting on a price collapse. I mean, that's the definition of a powder keg, a classic short squeeze setup. Just waiting.
30%. Wow.
Yeah.
That's not just hedging. That's basically declaring war on the stock price.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got shorts piled high. What are the technicals telling us? Is the buying pressure real? Is this a confirmed breakout?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The technicals. Unanimous green light on the trend. Short-term, long-term, both firmly pointing up, and it's confirmed by this huge surge in volume. So yes, high conviction breakout. However, and this is important, how fast is too fast, right? Momentum gauges, they're flashing overheated, red hot, suggests the stock might need to catch its breath after running so hard so fast. Volatility has spiked too. So the breakout's real, but you should probably buckle up. It could be a bumpy ride.
Right. Overheated, bumpy. So what does all this boil down to for the strategic outlook? Where do we land?
Okay, putting it all together, our research points to a cautiously bullish outlook.
Bullish.
Cautiously. We see 3 main risks you really need to keep an eye on. First, that massive 30.85% short interest. If momentum stalls, that could be a serious ceiling. Second, the technicals are screaming overbought, that needs to cool off. And third, you've got that analyst community just sitting on the fence, still neutral.
Okay, cautiously bullish, but the bullish part comes from...
It comes from that NVIDIA catalyst. It's potentially a fundamental game changer, opens huge doors, and that high short interest, it's a double-edged sword. It's risk, yes, but it's also the perfect fuel for a massive squeeze if things go right.
Gotcha. So for you listening, key levels to watch. The resistance, maybe a buy trigger, is getting above $16, and the point where the bullish idea kind of falls apart. That's a close below yesterday's low, $12.88. Keep an eye on that. So Navitas, it's a stock really powered by AI, hype, and, well, short seller fear. For now, the fuse seems lit, but always remember, stocks that squeeze this hard can fall just as fast when the game changes. Trade smart. That's all for this deep dive. Remember, this podcast is for informational purposes only and isn't financial advice. Do your own research or consult with qualified financial advisors before making any investments. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you in the next episode.